Hello viewers, I hope you're doing well. So today we will discuss about the for loop. Actually this slide shows the actual explanation for loop in Python. So let's break it down in detail. What is for loop? A for loop repeats a block of code for each item in a group of values. It means like a list or a range of numbers. It is used when you know in advance how many times you want to run the loop. Suppose we are taking an example, just taking as a syntax for variable name in group of values statement. Explanation. We are explaining about the for loop. The variable name, a placeholder for each value in the group. It takes one value at a time from group of values. So we are talking about the variable name, actual explanation of variable name with for loop. What is group of values? A group of values, a sequence like a list, string or result from range. And our statement, generally the block of code that gets executed for each value. The essential part is Python uses indentations, tab or space to define what code is inside the loop, and the range is generally often used to generate a sequence of numbers. For an example, for x in range 1, 6, colon, print x square is x asterisk x. What this does, range 1, 6 generates value 1, 2, 4, 5, and each value of x goes into the print statement. The program print x and x asterisk x, the square of x. The generally output shows the 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25. And each line prints the number and its square. In short, the for loop is great when we have a sequence of values and we want to repeat code for each value. So you need to clean and readable iterations. Now we will discuss about the range. This slide explains the range function in Python, which is commonly used with loop, especially for loops. So let's go through it step by step and in full details. What is range in Python? The range function generates a sequence of numbers which can be used to control how many times a loop runs. Basic syntax: range start, stop. Start, the start to begin counting from inclusive, and stop, the number to stop before exclusive. For example, range 1, 5. We are taking an example 1, 5. This will generate a code output 1, 2, 3, 4. For just advanced syntax, we are taking an advanced syntax like range start, stop, step. Step the amount to increase or decrease by each time. So this is useful for all escaping numbers and counting backwards. That is range 0, 10, 2. That is denoted to the 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. And continue backwards. That is the range from 5, 0, minus 1. That is denoted to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's all about the skipping numbers and continuing numbers. For an example, x in range 5, 0, minus 1. So it prints x, print blast off. And this code will start from 5 and count down to 1. And after the loop, it prints blast off. So output will be 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and blast off. So how would we print the 99 bottles of beer song? This is a great use of descending range. I in range 99, 0, -1 and it prints the bottle of beer on the wall. So we can say there are certain examples of print bottles of beer, print it down, pass it down, and print bottles of beer on the wall. So we are just summarizing the actual explanation of this slide. Range start, stop, rounds up. Range start, stop, step. Let's we control the direction and speed. And works great in loop like for X in range. So it's all about the explanation of range. Now this slide, cumulative loops. It's all about the cumulative loops in Python. Let's break it down in simple terms that just generally walk through the every part of it. That is, a cumulative loop is used when we want to gradually build up a value such as a total sum across multiple loop iterations. In this case, we are calculating the sum of squares of the first 10 natural numbers. So the concept shows that we just start with a number, sum initialized outside the loop, then inside the loop, we keep adding new values to it. This is called accumulations. Accumulation, sum is equal to 0 for I in range 1, 11 and value from 0 to 10. So sum is equal to 0, start with 0 and sum is equal to sum plus I asterisk I, that is the addition. It means add the square of I to the sum print. Sum of print 10 squares is sum. What it does step by step. So we can say actual explanation and we are getting some output 111, 245, 3914, 416, 30, 525, 55 and so on. It prints generally all the series from 1 to 385. And final output we are getting sum of first 10 squares is 385. And this code in Python, it use print without parenthesis. And apart from this, sum of print 10 squares is shows the summation of all values. So we are saying exercise. Exercise, write a Python program that computes the factorial of an integer. So you can perform all the factorial of an integer. It says n is equal to int, input, enter a number, factorial is equal to 1 for I in range I comma n plus 1. So our formula is factorial is equal to factorial asterisk I. So it prints the factorial of n is factorial. So it will be we can say this is a complete coding of this exercise. Write a program, Python program that computes the factorial of an integer. In next video, we will discuss if statement along with some examples. So I hope you like this video. Please share this video and subscribe my channel too. Thanks for watching this.